परिचयं प्राप्तवन्तः एव। एतत् सत्रं डॉक्टर मैंडेम बापूजी महोदयः अत्र व्यवस्थायां भविष्यति। अन्ये तो सहभागीरूपेण सर्व चर्चायां भागग्रहणं कुर्वन्ति। अहं महोदयं प्रार्थयामि कृपया सत्रम् अग्रे सारयन्तु इति।
Good evening, everyone. I request all your attention. I will actually I am learning Hindi because we were shortcut by Hindi in South India. मैं सीख रहा हूँ अभी। बीच बीच में एक वर्ड दो वर्ड में हिंदी बात करेंगे, बट ज़्यादा नहीं। ओडिया भी बात करेंगे, okay? But in a simple language, I'll get back to you from what happened all the day, since from the beginning onwards. If you look at the sessions today, the book has 5 chapters. Those 5 chapters are going to be discussed today and tomorrow. First of all, pehle I will bring in front of you in the after the independence in 1955, there was a meeting in Indonesia. After independence in 1955, there was a meeting in Indonesia. 2 continents participated. One is Asia, second one is Africa. 29 leaders joined in the meeting. Newly elected leaders, Naya leaders of the country, each country, like Nehru. In that meeting, one of the discussions is what would be the language of the country of the newly got independence. What would be the language of the country of the newly independent? Everybody in those countries, they said something X, Y, Z. But when it comes to India, Nehru has given 2 options. 10 सालों के English will be there. और बाद में after 10 years, English will be replaced. This is the decision taken in Indonesia. That is place called Bandung. They came back to India. In parliament, there were heating discussions are there. After the discussions, the concept of national language has come into picture. Rashtra Bhasha. What would be the single language for the India? Because if you see the whole Europe country, one language, one race, one country. French language, French race. England, English race and English language. So monolingualism. But when it comes to India, our India is it's a country of many languages. We don't say multilingualism, country of many languages. For the time being, we'll say. At that time, the concept of Tamil has come into picture, Hindi has come into picture. Tamil should be the national language and Hindi should be the national language. There was a tug of war. Big fight was there. And with the single vote of the speaker, Hindi has won. And there again, discussions are there. So nothing was taken as a national language. And finally, they brought it to the 3-language formula. Girls, 3-language formula. So one is official language Hindi, second one is the second official language English, and third one is the regional language. Actually, regional language we should never say. Regional language means below. We should never say. That's why morning Girdhar sir also told that never use the regional major law like this. But we are using time being. All and sudden we cannot cut off. So 3-language formula come into picture. At that time, government has taken a very decision, establishment of 3 institutes. Number 1, CIH, Central Institute of Hindi in Baroda. Number 2, CIE, Central Institute of English, which later became English, Central Institute of English and Foreign Languages. Now English and Foreign Languages, EFLU in Hyderabad. Third one is the Central Institute of Indian Languages, Mysuru. So these three institutes will help to promote the three language formula all over India. But somehow this three language formula has been failed in North, because their mother language is Hindi, their official language also Hindi, and another one they are learning English. That means two languages only. But whereas in South, English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, the third language. Here the conflict has come into picture. Now Tamil should be our proud language, Hindi should be our proud language. So language fight has been started. And National Sanskrit University, again another institute. It is later all the Sanskrit teachers, all the lovers of the Sanskrit, they asked for, then what about us? You are speaking about three language formula. Then they have granted Sanskrit University. This is another thing. Now, what is the difference between Bharatiya Bhasha Pariwar, Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti, and these three? Or these four? These four are only promotion of their languages. One is Hindi, one is English, one is Sanskrit, or one is regional languages. But Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti, on single basis, works for the all Indian languages or single language family. There are no differences. This is the first concept. And again, Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti is not against to any language in India. It includes, Parivar means what? Bandhugana. It includes each and every person of the village or Kutumba, whatever it may be. So that is why the seniors of the Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti, starting from Chamukrishna Shastriji and including the linguists of the country and literature people from Sanskrit, Hindi, English, all the languages they included, and they have come into a single basis called all Indian languages come under this single family. You can ask me, then why Dravidian, then why Aryan? Okay, so now this Arya Dravida, Tibeto-Burman, Austroasiatic, Andamanis, these classifications are not India. If you take Panini, he has taken all the languages, Tastama, Tadbhava, and another category. He has made three categories based on the vocabulary. Never said North languages, South languages. And again, you take Hindi language family, Telugu language family, not there. But after the Muslim invasion, after the Christian invasions into India, the concept of race has come into picture. At the time, Adolf Hitler also was on the full swing of the Aryans are the major race. They rule the entire world. So in those kind of situations, British people thought that we can divide the India based on the language. So the concept has come into picture, Dravida, Arya. But we are not denying there are no differences. Differences are there. We are not denying that. Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti never denies the differences. But you see, commonalities are more than the differences. Morning. If you look at the first lecture by Giridhar Sir, he has given the entire structure of the Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti, the two books design. One is New Perspectives in Linguistics, and then Horizons in Linguistics. That means there is no end and new thinking of our Indian languages. These are the two concepts. Then second thing is that when it comes to the Praveen Gatlaji, the talk, he has given 40 features that have commonalities in India, starting from sound, then word, then sentence, then fourth one is artha. Okay, sound, word, sentence, and meaning. Sound level, if you see, all languages have the similarities. For example, sa, sha, and sha, somewhere it is merged. Okay, for example, English, sha is there. But whereas in Bengal and Assam, they speak English. In Odisha also. Here sa has merged. Like this, Commonalities are there. Sound level, then word level also. Sir has given 40 features. He has explained. What are these 40 features at 4 levels? Language analysis can be done at 4 levels. He has given 40 examples are given. So divergence is less, convergence is more. Commonalities are more in number. So that is why Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti thought that all Indian languages have the commonalities. So single language family. This is one thing in Praveen sir's talk. And second thing, Ajit Bhaisha sir's talk, if you take, sir has given very in a nutshell way, in a very simple way. Somebody speaks about the commonalities in Dravidian, the South languages. Somebody gives in North languages, but very few people discuss about the commonalities in Northeastern languages, especially the Tibeto-Burman languages. The one of the good thing is that one he has brought two things he has made, that is the retroflexion sounds. Retroflexion sounds means if you look at the roof of the mouth, this is the roof of the mouth. If you put like this, the tongue is this position, it will curl like this and touches the roof of middle of the roof of the tongue, the mouth. In such kind of situation, retroflexion sound produces. For example, tha, da, na, ada. For example, if you take Haryana, you don't say Haryana, Haryana, ana. Okay? These sounds are called as the retroflexion sounds. For example, if you take the word radish, that mula in Odia, Mullangi in Telugu we say. So these sounds are there. These sounds are there in particular languages, but spread across India. All the languages. For the first thing, but in Tibeto-Burman language also are there. Now, can we say differences or commonalities? He has put that word also in front of us. Then classifiers also he has discussed about. Classifiers means based on the shape, based on the life, like animate and inanimate. Inanimate means this is inanimate. If I keep it here, it never moves. Animate moves, I will move out. Okay, based on the animacy. So words are classifiers are made. For example, I take like in Odia, Dui Jano Jodak Gai. Dui Jono Jodak Gai. Jodak is used for the non-human. Dui is used for the Jano is used for the human being. In Telugu also, Rondu and Iddaru. Rondu for the non-human, Iddaru for the human. So this based on the shape, based on the animacy, based on the movement, we have developed the classifiers. Sir also discussed classifiers are there across the languages of India. And another eco formation. What is eco formation? Suppose if a snake is there in a full summer, dry leaves are falling under the tree. When the snake is going, what sound comes? Sara, chara chara, sar. If you look at any language of India, this word is there. Got it? This is called in expresses. This term is called as a anutopoeia. It is called as a anutopoeia. Suppose thunder is there. What sound comes? Dam. Is not there any of the languages which does not have this one? Okay. Rain comes, drops falls into the from the roof. Tap sound is there. Is there any language that is not there? Sir has spoken about this feature is there across the languages. Anutopoeia. Then eco formation. For example, if you say chai vai, bato fato. What is this vai? What is this fato? No. This is a kind of technique using in a language. Pani ani. Suppose my father is there, I am asking 100 rupees, give me 100 rupees, give me 100 rupees. Then he will tell, money gini nahi. What is money gini? So this is a rhyming. This is there only in Indian languages. No other country has this one. Suppose if I ask mummy chai, already two times she has given. Third time, hey chai vai nahi. Bato fato nahi. Okay. Now in Aryan languages. So in Aryan languages, first consonant is replaced. Please listen this one. Chai, why? Bath, fuck. Okay, pani, ah. First consonant is replaced. Telugu, I am coming to Telugu. I am coming to Telugu. If you come to the middle tribal languages like Savara, from where Lord Jagannath comes, okay, in that language, for example, the pumpkin is there. Pumpkin is called as a kumda. In Assamese also, chal kumda, pumpkin, kusmanda. But what they will do, kumda kimdu. Mother give me kumda pumpkin. Mother will say, no kumda kimdu. What they will do, they will replace the vowel. They will replace the kokaro kikuru. It will become. They will replace the vowel. That is same technique. Here vowel in Indo-Aryan it is a consonant. But whereas in Telugu, if I say pata means song. What I will say? Hey, pata ledu, gita ledu. Gita. It is a syllable. PA is replaced by GI. But this concept is there everywhere in Indian languages. Another feature also sir has discussed. Then another very important thing here sir has discussed. Major languages will replace the minor languages, but minor languages also replace the major languages. If you see the word kudi, kudi means kudiya tanka, 20 rupees. In Assamese it is puri. In Bengali it is kudi. In Savara it is kudi. In Gadava it is kudi. And also in Gorumi it is kudi. In this word kudi word is the 20. The number is 20. This word is the Savara language. Actually it is in the kodiye. It is actually a tribal word. But why Bengali has acquired, why Assamese has acquired, why Odia acquired, why these are major languages, but it is there everywhere. Sir told that the concept, that one. So not only major languages, minor language, that means everybody is borrowing each other. Borrowing means I'll take your words, give and take. For what? For the peace and harmony, for existence, all these things. And Sarah also discussed about cultural assimilation. He showed this one. See, I never wear this one. Sir also has shown this one. But what happened in company? In company means in friendship, in respecting the other's religion, we also borrowed this one. I went to Kashi. I loved this one because my friend also has helped me. I tried it. Cultural assimilation takes place. In India, the Sankranti is celebrated in different names all over India. In Telugu, it is Sankranti. In Kerala, it is Onam. In Tamil Nadu, is also some kind of. In Odia, it is Nuvakhai. And in Bengal, also Nuvakhai. Assam, also similar. In Punjab, everywhere it is celebrated. Same festival, but different names. But this is called cultural similarity. That also sir has given very important, sir. Then sir told diffusion. Diffusion means some sounds in my language come to you, some sounds in your language comes to them, and some sounds in their language comes to me. But if you look at commonality, all are equal. Kai is there in me, in my language, in your language, in your language. Kai is there in your language, my language. These commonalities are there. This is called diffusion. Diffusion means going from one language to another language. Got it? Because of this diffusion, all languages of India are looking phonologically, morphologically, syntactically, semantically looking same. For example, if I ask you, who are you? In Odia Kahantu, sir. He said, my name is Umesh Chandra, not my name is Umesh Chandra. He said, Umesh Chandra. Okay, what are you? He will say, I am a professor in English, but in our languages, just professor. Now, what is happening to the subject and the verb? We don't use the subject and verb. If I ask you, what are you? Doctor. Who are you? Professor. Who are you? Chaso or worker. But we never use the subject. All Indian languages except Kashi, which they are in Meghalaya, and Kashmiri, which is there in Kashmiri. These two have differences, little differences, but all languages drop the subject. Who are you? Doctor. What are you? I am a worker. In English, you have to use the subject and verb, but in Indian languages, subject dropping is there. Where are you going? Gown. You are not telling I am going to the gown. This tendency is there in all Indian languages are also diffusion. Features have been traveled from one language to another language. Another very important thing is that one phonological modification, nativization. What is the word for soap in your languages? Hindi, sabun. If it comes to my language, it is sabbu. I have removed the sabun. I have added the wood. Why I have added the wood? All words in Telugu language ends with the wood. All words in Odia ends with a. They will add the a. This is called the nativization, naturalization, phonological modification. So this is also very common. We borrowed bus from the English. We say basu. So in the Odia also similar. Assam is also similar. So nativization means according to our phonological system, what we do, we change them. That's our also spoke about that one, nativization. Another important thing is that one, why Assam? Why Ahom? Sir has given very reasonable. A means negative, home means imbalance. So because of the hills, that is there. But in the Telugu, why north, south people say ASSAM, Assam, starting from Odisha. You know what is the exact word for the Tamil? You know, it is Tamij in ancient Tolkapian books. Then Tamij has become a Dramij. Ta, it has taken Ra. Tamij has become Tramij. Tramij has become Dramij. Okay, Dramij has become Dravida. Now we have the tendency of adding two consonants together, either two different consonants or similar consonants. That is why Ahom, A and H, OM. Well, when it comes to the, we have a rule that Sa. Okay, always North people will give name to the South people. Okay, so Afghanistan, those people used to give name for the Sindh people. Sindh has become Hind. Sa disappeared and H remained. Hindi became Ind. Okay, Ind became zero. Sa ha zero. If you look at Gondi language, sover means salt. S-O-V-E-R, sover. It becomes hover. H-O-V-E-R. Then became over. The rule has applied in all Indian languages, most of the languages. But in some languages, there is a replica. Replica means where it doesn't change. It's called as a fossilization. In some cases, that is why our people call as a ASSAM. Why it is? We have a rule adding the consonant, two consonant together. H is there. H has become Sa. So a single Sa we don't like. We added the another Sa. So it has become Assam. So another discussion also has come into picture. So these are the major things we have discussed so far today, starting from the about the book and the commonalities all over India, and Ajit sir's discussions also. So please keep in mind that we have more commonalities than the divergence. That is why we calling as a single language family Bharatiya Bhasha, and we are not going to be ruled by the Dravidian or Aryan. Or tomorrow I am going to discuss all these things with evidences. So in tomorrow's lecture, you can, after listening this one, why we are calling Bharati Bhasha, you can very clearly understand. I stop here and I give Praveen to speak a little.
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर बापूजी. इन माय लेक्चर एक साधारण चर्चा मैंने करना भूल गया हूँ. भाषा परिवार. भाषा परिवार को समझने के लिए हमें मैं पार्टिसिपेंट से अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो बात ना करे और जो बात यहाँ हो रही है सुनने का प्रयास करें. मनुष्य जाति को अगर हम देखते हैं या इस दुनिया में जितने भी जीव है, जितने भी प्राणी हैं, ये सारे प्राणियों में एक यूनिकनेस है. यूनिकनेस का मतलब कि साधारण रूप में सारे जीवों में दो आंख है, दो पांव हैं, दो हाथ है, दो कान हैं, राइट. एक मुंडी है, दो मुंडी नहीं है, आंख इधर ही है, पीछे नहीं है, राइट. हर व्यक्ति की हाथ में, वो जानवर हो या आदमी हो, 5 उंगली है. किसी का 3 है, 2 एक्सीडेंट में कट गया, बात अलग है, ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट में। बट किसी का 6 है, किसी का 7 है, पैदा जब से हुए हैं तब से 6 है, somebody born with a 6th finger, right? तो there is something called typology, लिंग्विस्टिक्स में, अप्लाइड लिंग्विस्टिक्स में, अनुप्रयुक्त भाषा विज्ञान में एक विषय है टाइपोलॉजी। ये टाइपोलॉजी में भाषाओं की वर्गीकरण, भाषाओं की क्लासिफिकेशन हम करते हैं। अपने अपने भाषाओं के बीच में जो सामीप्य है, सिमिलैरिटीज के आधार पे, कॉमनैलिटीज के आधार पे हम भाषाओं की वर्गीकरण करते हैं। और ये वर्गीकरण को मनुष्य जाति को या जीव जितने भी इस दुनिया में हैं उनसे तुलना किया गया है। जैसा मनुष्य में 2 आंख है, 2 कान है, 2 पाँव हैं, कोई काला है, कोई गोरा है, राइट? गोरे हो तो क्या हुआ, हम दिल वाले हैं, राइट? बट क्योंकि हमारी जो क्लास है, ह्यूमन क्लास, इसमें जो यूनिक फीचर्स है वो जंतुओं में भी पाया जाता है और मनुष्य में भी पाया जाता है, क्योंकि मैन एज अ सोशल एनिमल, अरिस्टोटल से लेके काफी लोग कह चुके हैं, राइट? तो ये जो समानताएं और असमानताएं जो मनुष्य जाति के बीच में या जंतु जाति के बीच में या प्राणियों के बीच जो समानताएं और असमानताएं जितने भी है, इसको जिस जिस समाज में, जिस भाषा समाज में हम पैदा हुए हैं, हमें कोई सिखाया नहीं है ये सारे बातें। माँ के गोद से पैदा हुए, पैदा होने के बाद 3 वर्ष तक माँ की गोद से हमने हमारी मातृभाषा की आर्जन किया। कभी हमने कुश्ती नहीं किया तेलुगु बोलने के लिए, क्योंकि हमारी मातृभाषा है तेलुगु। क्योंकि जब भी बोलने की बात आती है तो अंग्रेजी में बोलने के लिए आज भी भले आप मास्टर्स इंग्लिश में कर लिए, बट वो जब अंग्रेजी बोलने की बात आती है तो पीछे हटते, एक कदम पीछे रहता है। बट अगर वही बात अगर अपनी मातृभाषा में कहने के लिए बोलेंगे तो सरल रूप में, विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन, हमारे भावनाओं को हमारी मातृभाषा में सरल रूप में हम व्यक्त कर सकते हैं। जैसा मैं सुबह कहा था कि अगर मरीज पेट का दर्द डॉक्टर को बताना है तो अपनी मातृभाषा में बेहतर कह पाएगा, बता पाएगा, व्यक्त कर पाएगा, क्योंकि लैंग्वेज में एक्सप्रेस करना जरूरी है, व्यक्त करना जरूरी है, अपनी भावनाओं को व्यक्त करना जरूरी है। तो ये भाषाओं की जो वर्गीकरण है, अलग अलग प्राणियों के साथ, अलग अलग जीवों के साथ तुलना की जाती है। और ये मनुष्य जाति में जो वेरिएशंस हमें दिखाई पड़ते हैं, उसी तरह कॉमनैलिटीज दिखाई पड़ती है, उसी तरह मानव भाषाओं में भी हमें कुछ सिमिलैरिटीज, कुछ कॉमनैलिटीज, कुछ कन्वर्जेंस जो कन्वर्ज हुए हैं भाषाओं के बीच में बिकॉज ऑफ लैंग्वेज कॉन्टैक्ट, भाषाओं को संपर्क में आए हैं अलग अलग समय में, अलग अलग राज्यों में, अलग अलग जोग्राफिकल बाउंड्रीज की वजह से। अगर आप बापूजी की कर्म जो रिसर्च की विषय है, कोरापुट जिला है उड़ीसा, जहाँ पे गदबा, उल्लारी, कुई, पेंगो, मंडा इत्यादि ट्राइबल भाषाएं बोली जाती है, राइट? अगर यहाँ देखेंगे आपको तेलुगु का भी प्रभाव दिखेगा, उड़िया का भी प्रभाव दिखेगा इस भाषाओं में। कोरापुट जिला, विजयनगरम के अगल बगल में लमटापुट रीजन में जितने भी भाषाएं बोली जाती है, ट्राइबल लैंग्वेजेस, इस भाषाओं में उधर आंध्रा बॉर्डर होने की वजह से तेलुगु का भी प्रभाव दिखता है, इधर उड़ीसा में बोले जाने के वजह से उड़िया का भी प्रभाव दिखता है, जैसा गोटे हो गया, गुल्लो हो गया, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हमारे सामने हर एक शोध पत्र में हम देखते हैं। तो भाषाओं को, भाषा परिवार को विजुअलाइज करने के लिए हम ह्यूमन क्लासिफिकेशन को हम अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। जैसा मनुष्य जाति की वर्गीकरण है, जीवों की वर्गीकरण है, उसी तरह हम भाषाओं का वर्गीकरण भी हम उस आधार पे हम किया जा सकता है। और मोनोलिंगुअल कंट्री, भारत मोनोलिंगुअल कंट्री नहीं है, एक भाषा एक देश, ऐसी स्थिति हमें भारत में नहीं दिखाई पड़ती है। जहां अफ्रीका हो गया, अमेरिका हो गया, कनाडा हो गया, रूस हो गया, दूसरी देशों में जो एक भाषा की जो स्थिति, भौगोलिक स्थिति दिखती है, उस तरह का स्थिति भारत में नहीं है। भारत की भौगोलिक स्वरूप अलग है और विदेशों की, अलग देशों की भौगोलिक भौगोलिक स्वरूप अलग है। और विद्यार्थी ये जरूर ध्यान रखें, भारतीय भाषाओं को, भारतीय भाषा परिवार को समझने के लिए उसी दृष्टि से हमें देखना होगा। भारतीय भाषाओं को भारतीय भौगोलिक स्वरूप को ध्यान में रखते हुए ही भारतीय भाषाओं को हमें समझना जरूरी है। और दूसरी बात है मातृभाषा। मातृभाषा तो हम सुबह बात किए हैं, और एनिमेट इनएनिमेट की बात कर रहे थे बापूजी। एनिमेट का मतलब है प्राणीवाचक। प्राणीवाचक शब्द को एनिमेसी, एनिमेट बोलते हैं। और इनएनिमेट जो है अप्राणीवाचक, जिसमें जीवत्व नहीं है, जिसमें जीव नहीं है, उनको इनएनिमेट कहते हैं। ये स्पष्ट करना चाह रहा था। उसी तरह ह्यूमन है, ह्यूमन, ह्यूमन का मतलब मनुष्य है, मनुष्यवाचक है। और नॉन ह्यूमन का मतलब है मनुष्येतर वाचक। ह्यूमन, नॉन ह्यूमन का हिंदी का समानार्थक है मनुष्य, मनुष्येतर। जब मनुष्यवाचक का प्रयोग हम कुछ भाषाओं में करते हैं तो एक प्रत्यय जोड़ते हैं, एक प्रत्यय लगता है। जब मनुष्येतर व्यक्त करते हैं तो दूसरा प्रत्यय लगता है। और बोरोइंग तो बहुत सारा है, जो रेट्रोफ्लेक्स मूर्धन्य है। रेट्रोफ्लेक्स का मतलब मूर्धन्य वर्ण है, राइट। ये अगर हम कहते हैं तेलुगु भाषा में वाळ्ळु, नीळ्ळु, नीळ्ळु, वाळ्ळु, ये जो ळ है, ळ, ये तेलुगु भाषा में दिखाई पड़ता है। तमिल शब्द में जो वर्ण अंत में जो शब्द है, वर्ण है, वो दिखाई पड़ता है। उसी तरह बहुत सारे भाषाओं में ये मूर्धन्य वर्ण जो है भारतीय भाषाओं में हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा, अधिक से अधिक दिखाई पड़ती है। हम आते हैं काशी से, तो काशी में हमेशा हर दिन सुबह और शाम को आरती होती है, गंगा आरती होती है। ये हारती है। तेलुगु भाषा में हम हारती बोलते हैं, हारती, हारती बोलते हैं। बट बनारस में पंडित जी बोलते हैं गंगा आरती शुरू होने वाली है, आरती शुरू होने वाली है। तो ये हकार जो है, वर्ण पद का पदादि में जो ह है, हकार जो है, वो जब उत्तर भारत पहुंचते हैं तो लुप्त हो जाता है। बट तेलुगु में दिखाई पड़ता है। तो इस काइंड, अगर हमें आरती शब्द का मूल रूप क्या है अगर हमें देखना है, तो हमें दक्षिण भारतीय भाषाओं में अगर आरती की इक्विवेलेंट देखेंगे तो आपको ये सब मिलेगा, राइट। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि भाषाओं को समझने के लिए एक माइंडसेट संस्कृत विद्यार्थियों में मैं हमेशा देखता हूं कि दूसरे भाषाओं को सीखने में उत्साह दिखाना चाहिए, राइट। जैसा मैं सुबह कह रहा था, भारत सरकार की एक अपील है, योजना है, एक अन्य भारतीय भाषा जरूर सीखे। आज की डेट में स्वयं में भारतीय भाषा संस्था जो मैसूर में है, वो बहुत सारे भारतीय भाषाओं में छोटे छोटे कोर्सेस, बेसिक कोर्सेस भारतीय भाषाओं में बना के स्वयं के प्लेटफॉर्म से उपलब्ध कराया जा रहा है। तो आपको किसी का मतलब कोई आएगा हमें पढ़ाएगा, इसकी इंतजार ना करें। आजकल ऑनलाइन में बहुत सारे संसाधन उपलब्ध है। एक अन्य भाषा सीखने की प्रयास करिए। उससे ये होगा कि जब आपके पास संस्कृत की जानकारी है, आपकी मातृभाषा की जानकारी है, एक अन्य भाषा जब आप सीखेंगे, तुलनात्मक अध्ययन करने में रुचि लगेगी, तुलनात्मक अध्ययन करने में प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा। क्योंकि इस भाषा में ये है, वो भाषा में ये है, तो ये कहाँ से आई। जब आप आके पहुंचेंगे, तुलनात्मक अध्ययन करने लगेंगे, तो आप सीधा आके पहुंचेंगे भाषा विज्ञान में, व्याकरण में, राइट। भले वो यास्क का निरुक्त पढ़े या इधर एटिमोलॉजिकल डिक्शनरी देखे, आपको हर एक पद का व्युत्पत्ति, ऑरिजिन बोलते हैं अंग्रेजी में, ये ऑरिजिन पता होना जरूरी है। जब एक शब्द का ऑरिजिन अगर आपको पता चला है या जानकारी है, तो उस शब्द का अर्थ सरल रूप में हम हमेशा के लिए याद रख सकते हैं। वो ऑरिजिन ना जाके केवल डिक्शनरी का सहायता से शब्द का अर्थ केवल देख के भूल जाएंगे, वो वहीं तक सीमित है, राइट। और मैं आशा करता हूं कि कल की कार्यशाला में भी प्रतिभागियों का इसी तरह का उत्साह बने रहे, और मेरी पूरी विश्वास है कि भारतीय भाषा परिवार की जो चिंतन है, भारतीय भाषा समिति की चिंतन जो है, अध्यापकों के साथ साथ विद्यार्थियों तक पहुंचाने का जिम्मेदारी हम सब पे है, हमारे सबके कंधों में है। इसी को इस परिवार का कॉन्सेप्ट को आगे बढ़ाना है। एक अंतिम सूचना है कि विद्यार्थियों के लिए भारतीय भाषा समिति की वेबसाइट सब लोग जरूर विजिट करें, और भारतीय भाषा समिति की वेबसाइट पे विविध कार्यक्रम का आयोजन, विविध कार्यक्रमों का, कार्यशालाओं का आयोजन पूरी भारत में पूरे वर्ष में किया जा रहा है, राइट। तो आप भी कुछ कार्यक्रमों में सहभागिता ले सकते हैं, उससे लाभ उठा सकते हैं। अगर आप यहाँ से पढ़ाई खत्म किए हैं, तो भारतीय भाषा समिति एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ पे आपको एम्प्लॉयमेंट की स्कोप मुझे दिखती है, क्योंकि समिति के पास संस्कृत के साथ अन्य भारतीय भाषाओं अगर आप जानते हैं तो अनुवाद की संभावना है। अनुवाद, क्योंकि अभी जैसा अभी भारतीय भाषा परिवार की पुस्तक है, ये सारे भारतीय भाषाओं में 22 भारतीय भाषाओं में अनुवाद होने वाली है। इस तरह कई कार्यक्रम समिति चला रही है जिसमें आप जैसे संस्कृत विद्वानों का भी, विद्यार्थियों का भी योगदान की जरूरत है। तो मैं आशा करता हूं कि आप सब लोग समिति का वेबसाइट देखिए, और उसमें आपको इंटरेस्ट लगे, जो आपको ठीक लगे, जो आपको लगता है कि हाँ मुझे ये कार्यक्रम अटेंड करना है या इस स्कीम में आप कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, तो जरूर उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करने का कोशिश करें। धन्यवाद।
जी के कहने से मुझे याद आया, मैंने पहले यहाँ परिसर में सूचना कर दिया था कि छात्रों का एसे कंपटीशन और एलोकेशन कंपटीशन और पोस्टर मेकिंग और रील मेकिंग का कंपटीशन होने वाला था। तो बाद में मुझे पता लगा कि इस जो वर्कशॉप में जो बच्चे भाग लेंगे उन्हीं के लिए ही कंपटीशन होगा, बाहर के बच्चों के लिए नहीं। तो इसीलिए इस कार्यक्रम के समानांतर मार्च के प्रथम सप्ताह में हम वो पूर्व जो कंपटीशन उद्घोषणा किया था भाषण वगैरह का, तब वो किया जाएगा, और उसमें सारे हमारे इसमें जो पार्टिसिपेंट बच्चे हैं उन्हीं का ही कंपटीशन होगा। वो लोग सभी बच्चे भाग ले, यही हमारे निवेदन है। और उस कंपटीशन में भाग लेने के लिए इस वर्कशॉप में सावधान पूर्वक पढ़ना है, समझना है। इसी विषयों का ही, इन्हीं विषयों का ही कंपटीशन में विषय रहेगा, इन्हीं विषयों का ही कंपटीशन होगा। धन्यवाद। हाँ, और इस मैंने तो सुबह बताया था, और कल जो अंतिम सत्र में एग्जाम होगा, ये जो आप लोग पढ़ोगे 2 दिन तक भारतीय भाषा के बारे में, इसमें परीक्षा भी होगी और ग्रेड भी दिया जाएगा। धन्यवाद।
Good evening once again. So it's me here. You have to tolerate me another for 5-10 minutes. And today is my last day because tomorrow I'm leaving. So even if you don't want to hear me, be there. Because tomorrow you won't meet me. Okay. What we were trying to say here is that there is no language imposition. ये तमिलनाडु में जो हो रहा है, that's purely political, nothing else. Agenda driven, because it's all they are playing with the emotions. अगर imposition होता था तो कब से हिंदी हमारा नेशनल लैंग्वेज बन जा रहा था? Because largest number of MPs come from the Hindi heartland, right? But it's not happening. That means there is no imposition. उन लोग जो बोल रहे हैं सिंपली उन लोग वोट चाहिए, 5 साल के लिए कुर्सी चाहिए, बस खुश रहो. That's the point. But on the other hand, what BBS Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti is saying is that whereas Hindi or any other language, we are not naming it. We are saying that India as a country is having only one language. Well, that's the Indian languages. That's all. Beyond that, there's no point of going, right? There are similarities, there are differences. I am different from Bapuji, but I'm also similar with Bapuji. He has 2 eyes, I also have 2 eyes, right? So we are all same. The language are equally same. There are differences, there are similarities, but they are Indian languages. And as I said in my talk, there are mutual influences. एक दूसरे से आदान प्रदान होते रहते हैं. And there is no language class. Not even in India. We can't remember that there was a language class once upon a time in India. Whatever happened in the past, that was the game plan of some particular groups of people. So that shouldn't be concerned of much. Right? And in psycholinguistics, what we say that try to learn as many languages as possible, because we have a center here, which is called language center. In Chomsky's term, or in psychology, we call it language acquisition device, which is in our left hemisphere. And it is said that in psycholinguistics that before the age of puberty, we can learn as many languages as we are exposed to, and there will not be any impact on your mother tongue. There are some people, some politicians basically, who say that don't learn this language, that will kill your own language. No, that never happens. Because our brain is such mature and such like machine that if you get exposed to the language before the age of puberty, you will keep all the language separate in your brain. That's the capacity of our brain, and it's a language center. But after the age of puberty, yes, there are some problems, no doubt. Because then what we call in psychology lateralization, that lateralization gets complete after the age of puberty. Meaning then what happens that the two parts, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, they become separate, they become independent. So that is why there comes a bit of problem. That is why you must have seen that the children are much better, much more fluent other language speakers than the adults. When I speak Hindi, my Hindi is worse than my son. He speaks better Hindi because they were exposed to Hindi from their very birth, right? In the school, in the campus where we are staying. Hindi is a lingua franca in our campus, so their Hindi, he never say, he never says chai thanda, he always says chai thandi hai. He knows the language pretty well because he got exposed to the language from his very birth when his literation was taking place, meaning that there was no problem. He speaks better English than me. He speaks, of course, equal Assamese. I don't say better Assamese because we are native speakers. So what I'm trying to say here is that be a multilingual. Be a multi in the sense that helps you to broaden your mind. You can learn different cultures, you can get assimilated, and by learning somebody's culture, your own culture is not going to be affected. Don't be scared of it. People say that no, don't learn this, no, don't do that thing. No, that's wrong. Because we human beings are so smart, so fast, so good that we can keep all the things in separate ways in our brain. So learn as many languages, but that broadens your mind and that helps you to understand the other. And that's what the BBS is trying to do. BBS is saying that these are all Indian languages. So there's no harm in learning the Indian language. We are Indians, right? I don't play cricket, but when India wins the match, I jump in joy, right? When India, now see that Champions Trophy, Gavaskar is old and he was jumping, dancing like a child on the field when India won the Champions Trophy in 2025, right? That's the oneness we have as Indians. I don't know how to play cricket, but even if somebody, Rohit Sharma hits a six, I give the clap, right? That's the love we have.
Dhoni is representing Chennai.
Yeah. Dhoni being a Hindi speaker, basically, representing a Tamil speaker. So who is the language class then? There is no language class there. Language class is in the mind of political persons, right? So don't pay attention to all these things. We are Indians. We have one language family. So we are basically same. So all the best for you. Thank you very much. Sorry?
हाँ सर, मैं यही सोचता हूँ, भारत का एक लैंग्वेज है, उसको अगर संस्कृत को मान ले तो शायद किसी का विरोध नहीं होगा। क्योंकि सर, मैं आसाम के लोग कहते हैं कि हमारे भाषा में, आसामिया भाषा में 90% संस्कृत का शब्द है। मैं भी उड़ीसा के हूँ, उड़िया वाले भी यही कहते हैं। मैं सर ये केरला में रहकर आया हूँ, केरला के लोग कहते हैं हमारा ऑल नाउन पूरा संस्कृत का है, क्योंकि हम केशव कहते हैं, वो केशवन कहते हैं, और राम कहते हैं वो रामन कहते हैं। वो कहते हैं न जो है वो प्रत्ययवाचक ये है, प्रत्यय है हमारे। और भार्ब हो सकता है हमारा तमिल से थोड़ा बहुत मिलता है, तमिल का है। सर तो वहां रहे हैं, मलयालम अच्छा जानते हैं, वो बताएंगे। तो और तमिल वाले भी, वहां जो तमिल के सर सब है ही, वो मधुसूदन सर वगैरह, वो भी बोलते हैं कि हमारे तमिल लैंग्वेज में संस्कृत सब है, संस्कृत को हम विरोध नहीं करते, संस्कृत हमारे अपना भाषा है। तो भारत का जो एक भाषा है, कहते हैं एक भाषा मतलब संस्कृत, चाहे वो यहाँ के कुकबरक हो, जो आदिवासी लोग हो, उनको कहेंगे कि संस्कृत हमारा है तो वो कभी विरोध नहीं करेंगे, वो कहेंगे संस्कृत हमारा है। संस्कृत के वजह से हम लोग सारे भारतीय एक ही है, ये मेरा ये है विचार है। और दूसरी विचार है, जो द्राविड़ और जो आर्य विभाग है, द्राविड़ का क्या अर्थ है, क्यों विभाग किया गया, उसका नाम क्या है? मैं जो शब्द कल्पद्रुम थोड़ा देखा, वह द्राविड़ी एक रीति है, रीति या क्या कहेंगे, वो संगीत में जो होता है ना, वही है। तो द्राविड़ी रीति से ही द्राविड़ बना है। मैं यही सोचता हूँ, वहां के उसका जो संगीत में, उसका संगीत ही ज्यादा प्रसिद्ध होगा, उसीलिए रखा गया। कि क्या क्यों रखा गया, इसका ऐतिहासिक पृष्ठभूमि क्या है? इसी को ही भारत, वही शब्द ही भारत को बांट रहा है कि आर्यों ने आए, द्राविड़ को पीट कर भगा दिए, यही बात है। तो आपस में लड़ा रहा है, तो उसका कोई हेतु नहीं है कि दूसरे उनको द्राविड़ कहे, कोई ये है। हमारे जैसे भी वो है, कई लोग, हम लोग बचपन में सुनते थे कि वहां के लोग काले हैं, यहाँ के काले लोग नहीं है क्या? और वहां भी गोरे लोग नहीं है क्या? मैं तो केरल में देखा, बहुत सारे गोरे लोग हैं, यहाँ से भी गोरे लोग हैं वहां केरल में। तो ये मेरा समझ में है, इसके बारे में थोड़ा चर्चा हो तो अच्छा होगा।
I will discuss about the Dravida. Kal is there, but that is different. See, the word Dravida, I think you're right person. First thing I will talk about Sanskrit. As English language has killed many languages all over the world, Sanskrit has never killed any language in India. Sanskrit always has gone a slogan with live and let the others also live. Live and let the others also live. That means Parivar. All languages must flourish. This is the slogan of the Sanskrit language. Sanskrit was never against to any language in India. First thing. Second thing, Kumarila Bhatta. You know, Kumarila Bhatta, always I told you, North people will give name to the South people. North people give names to the South people. These people are like that, these people are those, like that. In the similar manner, Kumarila Bhatta has used the word Dramija in order to refer to the people, not to the language. Dramija, not Dravida. Later on, Ja has become Da, that is another concept. So, it is not the language Dravida means. It is about the people referring to the people who are living the other side of the Vindhya. That was the concept of the Dravida. But there is no clash. No Aryan, no Dravida clash was there. Tomorrow I am discussing about this one. I'll give very clearly. So Dravida is not language, but Dravida is referring to the people of the other side of the Vindhyas. This is one concept. There is no about the language of the Dravidas. Praveen ji?
I'm leaving. Sir, I'm leaving. Nice to meet you.
नमस्ते सर। सर, मन में एक संदेह है। क्या सर? हाँ, चर्चा का ही विषय है। हम सब सोचते हैं कि भारतीय भाषा का प्रयोग होना चाहिए, भारतीय भाषा से ही सब कुछ चलना चाहिए। भारतीय भाषा समिति भी चाहते हैं कि भारतीय भाषाओं का प्रयोग हो, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हम पीछे हैं, कारण जो भी आधिकारिक पत्र होता है वो अंग्रेजी में ही आते हैं अभी भी, क्योंकि हम
इंडियन हो गया ना, इंग्लिश में इंडियन है।
नहीं, वो हम सोचते हैं लेकिन है नहीं। उसके बाद जो भी पुस्तकों का रचना होती है तो सबसे पहले अंग्रेजी में जो है पुस्तक लिखी जाती है, उसके बाद उसका अनुवाद किया जाता है। तो ये जो प्रोसेस है उसको खत्म करना है। पहले भारतीय भाषा जो हम राजभाषा लिए हैं, उस राजभाषा में पत्र आने चाहिए या पुस्तक पहले राजभाषा में बननी चाहिए, उसके बाद ही जो है अब सभी भाषाओं में ला सकते हैं। तो ये प्रोसेस होनी चाहिए, मेरी तरफ से ये जो है मेरा चिंतन है।
In Sanskrit, there is a sloka. Wherever comes from the knowledge, we must invite. I cannot recite this sloka, but the sloka says that if knowledge is coming from the west, east, north, south, invite it. That is the concept of the Vasudaivaka Kutumba.
तो ये जो आपका जो भारतीय भाषा परिवार के द्वारा जो ग्रंथ लिखा गया, उनका जो ये है, तो इसको क्यों आप पहले इंग्लिश में किए? इसको
I am coming to that one, sir. Actually, you are coming in between. Actually, I am telling that knowledge, wherever it comes, you should invite. That is the concept. We never rejected anything, good things. Now, English has come to India. It has become part and parcel of our life. And it has become medium of instruction. It has become some lingua franca, court language, administrative language. Now, you want to reject it now. David Crystal recently has given a statement that in future, Indian language becomes a role model for the Europeans. You know, the English spoken by the Indians is better far than the Europeans. Because in the English, England itself, it has so many variations. But when it comes to the India, Telugu people with the Telugu accent, Assamese people with the Assamese accent, but there are commonalities in English. Now, can we reject or accept? You tell me. Second thing, all the decrees means the decisions taken in Parliament, Assembly are coming in English, not reaching to the common people. Got it? But that is why Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti started translation of the first 2 books into 22 languages. Translation is going to play a very vital role in India. Now, Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti, it has initiated all knowledge text must be translated into the native languages, whether it is Assam or Telugu, Tamil or English, or Odia, any language. All the court decisions taken since from the independence must be translated to the local languages, including the language of the Savara. Whether it has, you can ask me, no script na, but Savara language uses Odia script. Kokborok uses Roman script. Script is not a problem here. So that is why Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti has taken an initiative translating of all the knowledge text, starting from the law text to the literature text into the all Indian languages. This is the initiative. So these two are the things I think I have clarified to you. Yes, please, sir.
अगर मैक्सुलर नहीं होते, आज संस्कृत जीवित नहीं, ये बात तो हम लोग मानते कि नहीं माने। और वो मैक्सुलर जर्मन से आए तो उन्होंने संस्कृत को जीवित किए। हमारे देश के लोग हमारे ज्ञान विज्ञान को विदेश में पहुंचाना चालू हो जाएगा ना, चलो दिलम ना। बाहर के लोग कैसे जानेंगे कि आपका इतिहास क्या है? आप हिंदी में जितना लिखे हो कहीं पहुंचेगा ही नहीं।
Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti tells that don't hesitate to learn any language. Now I am sending my daughter to the learning Sanskrit, because in the childhood we have notions, but that notion has become an hindrance for me. So each language is important. Each language is a national language. All are equal. That is one single language family. Bharatiya Bhasha Pariwar. जी जी जी
सर, जैसे आप उड़ीसा से बिलोंग करते हैं
और आपके जिले में आपने बताया कि ट्राइबल्स कुछ भाषाएं बोली जाती है और उस पे उड़िया अथवा अन्य भाषाओं का प्रभाव है, तो क्या उसी प्रकार जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट की ट्राइबल लैंग्वेजेस है, क्या उन पर भी संस्कृत अथवा अन्य भारतीय भाषाओं का प्रभाव है क्या? क्योंकि सर मैं जब जी बंगाली जब मैं सुनता हूँ तो मुझे वहाँ संस्कृत और हिंदी का थोड़ा सा शब्द सुनने को मिलते हैं, लेकिन जब मैं कॉकबोरक सुनता हूँ तो उसमें मुझे एक भी शब्द ऐसा नहीं लगता कि अथवा समझ में नहीं आता।
Now again I am telling commonalities are there. In some languages 100% is there. In some languages very high, in some languages few. But few means it doesn't mean that many features are there. Maybe phonologically very high, morphologically less. Syntactically high, semantically less. But we have a four concepts. Substratum, that means somebody is here. Superstratum, somebody has come and occupied this one. Adstratum, land each other. These are the concepts of colonial terms. Substratum, superstratum, adstratum. Now, people like Bharatiya Bhasha Sir and many topmost linguists of the country came with a concept called equistratum. Equistratum. All languages are equal, but there are ratio. Some languages are very high, some languages are few. But in 100 years of time, all languages are going to travel in a single boat. That is called equistratum. Okay, you're right. There are differences. Sanskrit influence is there in less because they don't have the medium of instruction. They don't have the newspaper. They don't have their language coming into the TVs. So the borrowing is very less. They might have borrowed from Assamese, but not from the Sanskrit. Their nativization takes place. They have modified the words according to their phonological system. It doesn't mean that it has not borrowed. It has borrowed, but unconsciously. You cannot perceive that one unless you analyze the language. But ratio is different. We accept that one. But at certain point of time, all languages will become, they travel in a single boat that is called equistratum, that is Bharatiya Bhasha Pariwar.
धन्यवाद सर। मैं बस क्वेरी नहीं है, बस सर ने जो प्रश्न उठाया कि इंग्लिश को रिजेक्ट करना कि एक्सेप्ट करना वाला जो मैटर है, मैं थोड़ा बस एनालॉजी ये देना चाहूँगा। नहीं, एनालॉजिकली आई वुड लाइक टू डिस्कस दैट वन, और हिंदी में ही मैं रखूँगा। जैसे कि कलम है, हम इसको लिखते हैं, मैं क्लास में वो उदाहरण देता हूँ। इसी कलम को मैं अगर ऐसे पकड़ लूँ तो मैं उसे मर्डर कर सकता हूँ। तो भाषा को जो अच्छे से प्रयोग करते हैं तो भाषा का तो कोई दोष नहीं होता है। आप इसको अच्छे से प्रयोग करेंगे तो भाषा बहुत अच्छा होता है। और जो लोग भाषा को दूसरे को जो है उसके लिए दबाने के लिए, तोड़ने के लिए यूज किया, तो उनको आप हेट करिए, भाषा को नहीं। मेरा बस यही था, मैंने एनालॉजी के लिए वही थोड़ा डिस्क्राइब करने का कोशिश किया। धन्यवाद सर।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। दिनद्वयस्य कृते अयं कार्यक्रमः। प्रथमदिवसस्य अन्तिमक्षणे अत्र वयं सर्वे समागताः। अत्र प्रातः आरभ्य एतावत् पर्यन्तं भारतीयभाषापरिवार इत्यस्मिन् विषये मार्गदर्शनं कृतवन्तः सम्माननीयः डॉक्टर के गिरिधर राव गुरुचरणाः, सम्माननीयः डॉक्टर प्रवीण गट्ला महोदयः, सम्माननीयः प्रोफेसर अजित कुमार वैश्य गुरुचरणाः, सम्माननीयः डॉक्टर मेंडम बापूजी गुरुचरणाः। एतेषां सर्वेषां गुरुचरणानां ज्ञानगङ्गायां वयं सर्वे प्लावितः जातः, नास्ति अस्मिन् विषये कापि सन्देहः। तदर्थम् एतेषां गुरुचरणानां सर्वेषां कृते वयम् एकतन्त्रेण एव हार्दं कार्तज्ञं धन्यवादं च निवेदयामः। एवं च उपमञ्चे विराजमानः सन्ति सर्वे गुरुचरणाः प्राध्यापकाः वरिष्ठाः प्राध्यापकाः मम मित्राणि एवं च प्रतिभागिनः ये भागं स्वीकृतवन्तः छात्राः एवं ऑफिस कर्मचारिणः तेभ्यः कृतेऽपि वयं हार्दं कार्तज्ञं धन्यवादं च विनिवेदयामः। एवं च अत्र अस्य कार्यक्रमस्य संयोजकः सहसंयोजकः ये सन्ति तेषां कृतेऽपि वयं हार्दं कार्तज्ञं धन्यवादं च विनिवेदयामः। अत्र मम कृते अत्र धन्यवादं भाषणं कर्तुम् अवसरं दत्तवद्भ्यः सर्वेभ्यः समितिमध्ये ये सन्ति तेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः एकवारं हार्दं धन्यवादं विज्ञाय विरमामि विस्तरात्। जयतु संस्कृतं जय। इदानीम् अस्माकं भारतीयपरम्परा अस्ति शान्तिमन्त्रेण एव कार्यक्रमस्य समापनं करणीयमस्ति। तर्हि वयं सर्वे मिलित्वा एकतन्त्रेण एव उत्थाय शान्तिमन्त्रं कुर्मः। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।